Hello and welcome to the Mandarine's podcast. This is episode 16 and my name is Melody. You can find me on Ravelry as Mandarines, on Instagram as bmandarines, and I also have a blog which is bmandarines.squarespace.com. So in this week's episode, I'm gonna talk about my current work in progress, some yarn acquisition, some upcoming projects, things that I really want to cast on because these past couple of days I've been wanting to cast on everything. So yeah, I have a couple of patterns in mind and I got my hands on some yarn, so I'm really excited to receiving everything and showing to you the beginning of those projects. And I'm gonna end with some garden notes because it's been a while since I talked about the things that I grow and it's been growing a lot, so I have a couple of things to show you. So this week in Riga, last week was really nice. It was very summery. We went to the seaside a couple of times. It really felt like summer, but this week for some reason we had very heavy rains, especially in the evening, and it kind of reminded me of the tropical rains that we had experienced in China. Without the humidity, it's not humid at all, but it was raining so much. So yeah, we wanted to go back to the seaside, and it's summer, so spend time outside and go to the forest and do all of the things outside, but the weather hasn't been so great. So speaking about the forest, we went to the central markets last week, and some people were already selling mushrooms because it's been raining so much that people were able to forage for mushrooms. So that was really exciting. We bought a little jar of Chanterelles mushrooms and I fried them with dill and garlic and some soy cream. It was delicious on bread. We toasted bread and ate that, and it was delicious. So now I'm really excited. I really want to go to the woods and forage for my own mushrooms. And I've been reading a little bit about natural dyeing with mushrooms because it's something that is very common in the Scandinavian countries. There's a lot of mushrooms growing in our woods, and there's a lot of mushrooms that you can actually use for natural dyeing, and you can get the best colors out of these mushrooms, from blues to deep reds, and it's something that I really want to try, but most of these mushrooms are actually extremely toxic, poisonous, and I'm a little bit scared, so I have to make a whole lot of research before bringing anything dangerous at home. But yeah, I've been dyeing a lot this week as well, and I'm dyeing in my little kitchen at the moment, but I'm actually thinking of dyeing maybe on my balcony because I recently bought a camping set. It's some kind of gas burner, the small ones that you can bring outside and cook on it. So I'm thinking of probably doing that, especially for the toxicity factor, because they always say that you have to either dye outside or keep the windows open, but I don't really want to mix mushrooms, poisonous mushrooms if they are, and with other things that are in the kitchen. So yeah, I don't think it's very safe. So I'm thinking of setting up a little dye studio on my balcony. That would be great. I didn't bring the yarn to show you. Yeah, no, I didn't bring the yarn. I will probably show you next week. And I'm planning to do some more dyeing because all of the dyeing material is available in the woods. There's a lot of things that are growing at the moment, and I really want to try to dye as much as possible. So that's what I'm going to be doing this week, along with sourcing wool to dye. For the work in progress, or maybe I should keep going. Yeah, I talked about the farmers, the central market. So it's the place where we like to go to shop for to buy our groceries, and it's like a huge market and right next to Riga's Old Town. It's where everybody goes to get their food because it's much cheaper, much cheaper than everywhere else. And we're not really fond of supermarkets, so if we can support local agriculture, that's really good for us, and the products are much better. So it's, yeah, our summer routine. We try to go there in the winter, but because we're quite up north, there's not so many things growing in the winter. So in the summer, it's the place to go. We bought some very dark cherries, strawberries, gooseberries. We get our farmly produced eggs, and yeah, just a lot of things. I should definitely try to shoot a little video and show you how it is, because it's a huge market and it usually closes around 6, and then there's the night market. So there's the central market. There's different pavilions with like the meat department, the fish, the vegetables. And so when the market closes at 6, the night market opens, and that's usually for wholesale, for restaurants, and prices are even cheaper than at the central market, and you can get really good deals, and yeah, it's a lovely place to go. So we are probably going to go back this week because I'd like to make a whole lot of jams, preserve as much food as possible for the winter, because when the winter comes, well, we have to rely on the supermarkets, and prices get really high, and there's not a lot of food available. So I don't want to make the same mistake twice and try to do as many things by myself as possible. But yeah, going back to the central market, there's also, so you can find food, but you can also find handmade goods, and there's a couple of elder ladies that are selling hand knitted items, mittens and socks and things like that. And ever since I came back from Estonia, and I bought this incredible pair of mittens, I've been wanting to get my hands on a pair of socks. And I'm actually thinking of starting a small collection of Baltic hand knit things that I could buy, because it's very well knit, and you can, by buying these products, you can actually support elder ladies that I don't know if their pension is really high or anything like that, but when you see someone that is 80 years old, 85 years old, knitting and selling her goods, you just want to help her, and you know that you're gonna get something durable and beautiful, and it's beautiful. So I got one pair of socks. I actually didn't want to wear them at all. I wanted to probably wrap them in plastic and keep them for the fall and the winter. But as I said, it's been raining and the weather got much colder, and well, I'm trying to find excuses to wear these at home, not outside, obviously, because they're extremely warm. But yeah, I wear them as sleepers, and this fall, this winter, inside of my boots. So here they are. Absolutely beautiful. I love them so, so much. And when I went to buy them, the lady was very, very helpful. She asked about which size I wanted to get, and I'm a size 39-40, and she got the like foot measurements, and she had like a lot of socks to choose from, and she was measuring the foot and putting aside the one that would fit me and the one that wouldn't fit. And I had my eyes on this pair, and I was so, so happy when she said that I could get this one. I just love it so much. And it uses some traditional ornaments on the calf. Is that called a calf? It's a picot cast on, and you can find this technique on the Latvian mittens. So I guess something Scandinavian, Baltic, that is being used quite a lot, and it's very nice because it helps the sock to stay not to fall down on the foot. So, and it's beautiful. It's very, very nice. They're extremely warm, 100% wool, and because there's the Fair Isle work on the calf. Is that a calf? On the leg. There's obviously a double, if not triple thickness, double. Very, very neat. It really makes me want to learn how to both knit socks and be more confident with my Fair Isle knitting. But yeah, I just don't really like knitting socks. So these were really cheap. I bought them for 10 euros. So I think it's extremely cheap for the quality. And I know as a knitter the time that is being spent knitting on these. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna go back and get myself maybe a couple of more so then I can have a pair for every day of the week. Just kidding. But yeah, she had so many different ones, and she had lace ones, obviously using 100% wool. So, and she uses some, I don't know, wool wash or soap. I don't know if wool wash is very popular, but some kind of soap that smells incredible. I just love them. So I don't know what to do. I don't really want to wrap them in plastic. I want to have a wall where I can display all of my beautiful collected hand knits. So yeah, that's what I bought this week. Then I've been obviously working on a couple of more things. I made some serious progress on my quill, the quill pattern by Jared Flood, that I'm keeping on the beautiful bag that has been sewn by Dawn. I just love this bag so much. and it's the perfect size for my ever-growing shawl. My partner was really funny yesterday because I was knitting on it, and because I'm knitting it in the round, and it looks like this on the needles. And I asked him what he thinks about the lace part, and he said, "Yeah, it's very beautiful, but like, is that very necessary for a bag?" This is not a bag. That's a shawl. That was really cute. So, yeah, a couple of episodes ago, I told you that I stopped knitting on it because I couldn't, for some reason, I couldn't get the right stitch count on the all shell lace, I guess. I don't know, I just couldn't do it. So I ripped back a couple of times and tried to knit again and tried to fix the mistakes, and it was not working. I wasn't satisfied. And when you knit on the piece that is so big, and when you have a couple of years of experience, you don't really want to have like a lot of mistakes, because, well, if you look at it and you see that there's a lot of things that you don't really like, and yeah, I just want to get a lot of wear out of it, so I want it to be as perfect as it can be. So I ripped back up to the garter stitch section. I put all of the picked up stitches back on the needles. So yeah, I ripped back quite a lot of yarn actually, and started over. So then I was sure that there was no mistakes, and I put stitch markers all the way around, so I can see if there's a stitch missing, or if I knit an additional stitch. And that's, I don't know why I didn't do that at the first place, because it's a square, so you have four corners, and between two corners there's something like maybe 100 stitches. I don't know yet, maybe not yet, but because you have a repetition of yarn overs and knit two together, it's very easy to miss a stitch, and then there's no way I'm gonna know where I made a mistake if I don't have stitch markers. So that has been really, really useful, and I'm now back on tracks. And it's so much fun. I'm really looking forward to spending my evenings knitting on that. It's such a lovely pattern, and I know that I will wear it a whole lot this fall and this winter if it's finished. So yeah, I've been working quite a bit on that. Well, this week then yesterday evening I wanted to cast on everything. I ordered some yarn, when was it? Well, last week, probably on Saturday evening or Sunday evening, I don't really remember. Because I've been wanting to knit myself a sweater. It's probably something like 24 degrees, so definitely not sweater weather, but I've been thinking about the fall and how the trees will change and the things that I will be doing outside, like foraging for mushrooms and things like that. And I just picture myself wearing a cozy sweater, so it's definitely not appropriate for this kind of weather. So I'm gonna try to find the sample. This is the color that I bought. The yarn is Derarum Natura Gilead, no, Ulysse. I don't remember. There's two yarns. There's a spot weight and a worsted weight. and I don't remember. Probably worsted, so it's Gilead, and it's 100% French merino wool, and the colorway is caramel. So beautiful. So I got 5 skeins of this, and I'm planning on knitting the dark light sweater by, I don't remember if it's Amy Christopher or Julie Hoover, right? So I'm gonna insert a picture to show you the sweater. It's from the Brooklyn Treat, probably fall 2014 collection, and I've been loving this sweater ever since I first saw it, and I've been wanting to cast it on ever since I first saw it. And I don't know what happened. Sunday evening, I just figured out that this yarn would work really well with the sweater. And yeah, Brooklyn Treat yarn it's difficult to get it here, and I didn't really know which yarn I wanted to use. And then I thought I knit like 2 sweaters with Deverum Natura yarn, and so I have two cardigans. I have the Praline cardigan by Gudrun Johnson, and then I have my goodness, I will insert the name of the pattern. I don't remember. It's another cardigan that I knit last year, and I wear them quite a lot actually in the winter. So I love the yarn, and I've been wanting to knit something with this color. So as soon as I will receive the yarn, I will cast it on, and yeah, just take my time, and hopefully we'll have it off the needles in the fall. But I'm busy knitting on so many other things that my evening knitting time is quite limited. So yeah. Something else that I cast on yesterday evening. I'm having very busy evenings. It's a baby sweater because I have a friend that just had a little baby boy, and I wanted to knit her something. So yeah, I cast on yesterday, and I'm using some Latvian wool, but it's actually from New Zealand, but it's the Latvian wool. And so I'm using the natural one, and I'm doing a bit of color work, and this yarn, so it's the same yarn that I have hand dyed, and because I have a little bit left, so that's what I'm doing. And I'm knitting on the sleeves. I cast on yesterday evening, and I've been playing a little bit with color work. I'm not sure that I want to keep it this way. I just feel that I really like the color work section, obviously, but I feel that the difference is too drastic between like the color work section and the stockinette. So I don't know. I'm just trying to imagine the whole sweater and see if that would work. But yeah, it doesn't really matter because I knit the sleeves first, and then I knit the sweater itself. So if I'm not completely satisfied with the sleeves, I suppose that I could always rip them back and see what I would do once the yoke part will be completed. And the sweater that I'm making is the Little Heart sweater by Maria from the Stitch in Sweden podcast. And I'm modifying the pattern a little bit because the sweater features very beautiful little hearts on the yoke, but I think it's more suitable for a little girl. but since my friend is having a board, I'm thinking of modifying the Fair Isle section and probably incorporate some Norwegian snowflakes in this part, and adding a little bit more of Fair Isle on the sleeves. So if I'm not happy with that, I will rip it back. I'm thinking that maybe just one section like this would be nice as well. I just don't know, I'm playing with stitches at the moment. And there's 3 sizes for the pattern. There's newborn, so I believe it's between 0 and 3 months. Then there's the 3 months to 6 months and 6 months to 12 months. And I didn't have the right needles for the pattern. The pattern calls for very small needles, I believe US 0 and US 1, and I don't have these at home, so I'm actually knitting the medium size with larger needles, and I don't think that the gauge is actually really, really important, because my friend told me that she wanted me to knit something that would be bigger than a 6-month size, so between 6 months and 12 months, or beyond 12 months. So I don't think it really matters. The sweater is going to be a bit bigger, but then the baby will wear it a bit longer. So that's what I've been working on. Then, as I said, I've been wanting to cast on everything, and my yarn shop was closed on Sunday evening or Saturday evening, and anyway, there's not a lot of yarn that I can get from this yarn shop, so I just went through the things that I have knit. And so one of the first things that I knit were hats, and there's a couple of them that I don't wear. I use very lovely yarn to knit them, but there are some things that I don't really like about the hats, so I don't wear them, and I feel like it's a waste to have such beautiful yarn and items that I don't wear. So I decided to frog a hat and reuse the yarn for another project. Sorry about the noise outside. I just opened up the window. It's way too hot inside. So this is the yarn. It's a yarn that I bought a couple of years ago, I believe 2 years ago, while I was in Lithuania. And it's 100% wool, and as you can see, it's the yarn is a bit tangled. I think I will probably wash it because it's all tangled. But it's a treaty yarn, and I just love this color so much. It's DK. It's DK weight, and I just love it so much. So I have enough to make another hat, and I was actually thinking of making the Hermanus worsted by Gudrun Johnston that has been published on the Fringe Association blog. The pattern calls for worsted weight yarn, but I guess there's not a big difference between DK and worsted, so I'm gonna swatch and see if I could figure something out. But I just love this yarn. It's definitely in my comfort zone. One of my favorite colors. I just love dusty pinks like this. So I just want to have all of the sweaters and all of the accessories for the fall, and be able to change hats and change scarves and wear as many knitted items as possible. So I'm probably going to do that this week. Then been working on another thing. And I keep that in my little bento bag. So the yarn that I'm using for this project is the Bukalview Superfine Alpaca that Lizzle dyed with black walnuts. So I ordered a second skin probably 2 weeks ago. I received the skin 2 weeks ago, I believe. And yeah, I've been working on that quite a bit. So that's all what I have left at the moment. And it's coming along so nicely. I'm not going to show you yet, but that's a very exciting project that I'm working on. It's a collaboration with another knitting designer, knitwear designer, and this should come up this fall. So I'm really excited about it. And yeah, I just have like this much left, so I'm gonna finish podcasting, and then I will probably finish the pattern and yeah, block it and try not to wear it. But yeah, it's such a fun pattern. I'm having a lot of fun. It's very meditative, very meditative. So just love it. For the yarn acquisition, that's for another collaboration, and I just received the yarn. So I'm not working on that yet, but I'm gonna be swatching this week and playing with this. So this is the Space Cadet yarn, and it's the Phoebe. Phoebe. It's a lace weight. It's 65% silk and 35% linen, and that's the feather colorway. Very summery. Lovely color. And it's so shiny because of the silk content. It's very beautiful. So yeah, I'm really excited to put that on my twist, on my yarn twist, and start knitting with that. What else? I guess that's it for the knitting and the session enhancement and the things that I'm wanting to knit. Yeah, I just feel so weird to have, well, that many works in progress on the needle. Not so much, because I'm gonna cast off one project this afternoon. Then I have the baby sweater like Will, so that's 2 patterns, and then I have this one that I will cast on a bit later, and the Phoebe yarn that I'm gonna wind up this afternoon. So yeah, a couple of things that I'm gonna be working on this week, so that's all very exciting. And I have another project that I didn't work on this week because it's gonna come up a bit later this year, and I don't have any fixed deadline for it, so I can work on it whenever I want. So yeah, so for the garden notes, it's been such a long time since I talked about the things that I'm growing, and yeah, I'm just realizing that there's something else that I would like to show you, but it's outside, so it's most probably going to be there next week or the week after, so I will show you later. But it's been it's been growing quite well. I have a whole lot of plants on the balcony actually, and I just took a couple of them too actually, and it's massive. So that's my tomato plants. One of them I have like probably 10 plants, and At the moment, they don't carry a lot of fruits yet, except there's only one tomato here. But if you can see, there's flowers. I don't know if you can see right here. Flowers here, flowers here, flowers here. So it means that they're gonna carry fruits in here as well. Or it's branched like that. So yeah, they're gonna carry fruits, and they're not ready yet. I don't know when they're gonna be ready, but I'm really excited, and it's very difficult because once they're ready, I want to eat them straight away, but I would also love to preserve them for the winter, but I really don't have a lot of them. So yeah, I just never know what's the best, and when I eventually decide to preserve them, there's not much left. So a second thing that I've been growing is this chili plants. As you can see, the chilies are quite massive already, and I'm growing everything from seeds. So yeah, I started growing them. I think I planted the seeds in February or March, and growing them indoors, and as soon as the weather started to get better, I put them outside, and they've been thriving on the sun ever since. So for these little guys, I'm planning of actually drying them outside, trying to infuse them in the sun, and probably, yeah, just hang them and dry them. There's a Japanese technique that uses is it called hay, and they twist so some kind of branches, and yeah, just hang the chilies so they can rotate and infuse in the sun. So that's something that I really want to do. We also have calendula and a whole lot of tomatoes. I wish that we would grow more things, but our balcony is very small, and we have a north exposure in this room, so on the balcony is the same. So all of the sun is on the other side, and we don't have a balcony yet, so we don't have a balcony there, so we cannot grow things on the other side, and that's a bit of a shame. But yeah, we're trying to do our best at the moment with what we have, and yeah, I'm really excited about all of the things that are growing. So yeah, I think that's it for this week. I shared everything that I wanted to share. Yeah, I hope that you're having a wonderful summertime, that you can enjoy the sun and spending as much time outside as possible, that you also have a bit of time for knitting and yeah, spending time outside mostly. So I will most definitely talk with you in 2 weeks, and yeah, see you then. Happy knitting. Bye.